You're watching Business Now from IBrandTV studios in Lagos. Now to Africa Scene. Ethio Telecom, the state-owned telecom service provider in Ethiopia, on Monday launched 5G mobile phone service, making Ethiopia among the leading few African countries, including Kenya in Eastern Africa, to roll out the technology. According to Ethio Telecom, the network will be available on hotspot areas, the capital Addis Ababa, including the area around Ethio Telecom's head office and at the premises of Bole International Airport, before being expanded to cover other parts of the country. 5G commercial networks have been launched in key countries such as Botswana, South Africa, Seychelles, Mauritius, and Zimbabwe, but the technology remains largely underdeveloped in larger parts of Africa. To foreign scene now, the dollar held close to a two-decade high on Wednesday as investors waited for fresh U.S. inflation data to anticipate how aggressively the Federal Reserve will have to tighten monetary policy to keep rising prices in check. The dollar index, which measures the greenback's strength against a basket of 6 currencies, was on the back foot in early European trading, slipping 0.28% to 103.65. But while expectations are few for U.S. inflation to have softened to 8.1% annually in April against 8.5% in March, the dollar was still within reach of 104.19, its strongest since December 2002, hit at the start of the week. Oil rose on Wednesday after plunging nearly 10% in the last 2 sessions, buoyed by supply concerns as the European Union works on gaining support for a Russian oil embargo and flows of Russian gas to Europe through a key transit point in Ukraine dried up. The EU has proposed an embargo on Russia oil, which analysts say would further tighten the market and shift trade flows. A vote which needs unanimous support has been delayed as Hungary has dug in its heels in opposition. Brent crude was up $2.86 or 2.8% to $105.32 a barrel at 0815 GMT, while Texas Intermediate crude climbed $2.53 or 2.5% to $102.29. Toyota says it will suspend operations at more production lines at its factories in Japan this month due to the coronavirus lockdown in Shanghai. The firm says the production halt will come into effect on Monday and stay in place until the end of next week. It is the latest big car maker to announce that it is being impacted by the COVID-19 measures in China. Meanwhile, Tesla has reportedly halted most productions at its Shanghai plant due to problems with sourcing parts. Toyota decided to additionally suspend operations at 14 lines at 8 plants in Japan from May 16 to May 21. We'll go on a commercial break now. When we return, Perpetua has more for you. Stay with us.
The cosmetics and personal care industry globally generates an estimated annual turnover of around $400 billion over the last 20 years. In Nigeria, the beauty and personal care market could reach 3.2 billion euros by 2021, making Nigeria the rising star in sub-Saharan Africa. Products for hair and body care are predominant on the beauty market in sub-Saharan Africa, where face products and makeup remain marginal but have strong potential. Africa's largest economy clearly has a lot to offer. The Nigerian beauty and personal care market is currently worth more than $1.25 billion at retail and is forecast to reach more than $1.31 billion next year, according to Euromonitor International. It includes a wide range of products from skincare items to makeup and beauty items. These are items that predominantly appeal to women and men alike to purchase beauty products even though men are interested in cosmetics. Nigeria has emerged as the investment destinations of choice to international firms aiming to capture the beauty and personal care market in the continent. The photography business is a very competitive industry. Every year, thousands of talented photo lovers consider turning their passion into a money-making business venture. Especially in a fiercely competitive marketplace like Nigeria, in which it is very easy for anyone to buy a digital camera and call themselves a professional photographer. According to some practitioners, a new photographer who wants a standard studio can start with a budget of 3.5 million naira. However, one can start with a lower budget of about 500,000 to 1 million naira depending on the tools and cost of rent. On the average, the cost of photography equipment is around 294,790 naira. However, the price ranges from around 41,000 naira to as high as 2.46 million naira. Nigeria has a population of over 200 million people with a vibrant movie industry that produces 50 movies per week, generating annual revenue of approximately $590 million from between 2016 and 2021, helping the photography industry as a whole, according to a recent research by the UN.
Are you a business owner looking for the right exposure to attract massive clients to your brand? The long search is definitely over. SME Hub allows you to showcase your products and services to a wide range of viewers and buyers nationwide. For further inquiries, please call Alero on 081-323-43262, or you can send an email to alero.ogudere@ibrandtv.com. Grow your brand and boost your business on SME Hub, live on IBrandTV, where business comes first.
You go enter market, just make you go buy fresh palm fruits. When you reach house, you go wash, you go pound, your body go dey pain you, even your fingernails go dey pain you. But make una no worry, make una relax. I get good news for una. Una don hear of Banga fresh palm fruit extract. All you need to do now make you go for the up, open am. Take the amount wey you want, put am for your pot. Which soup you wan make? Shey na egusi, shey na ogbono, shey na vegetable, shey na banga. My sister no waste time again. My brother no waste time again. Just go buy Banga fresh palm fruit extract. They go know say you sabi cook and you be better cook.
Banga, make your food yummy.
Distributors needed nationwide. Phone number 081-6397-4447. 080-3564-4436, 070-6663-8213. Banga fresh palm fruit extract.
I am Perpetua Fasum Peter. This is News Now. President Muhammadu Buhari has directed that all members of the Federal Executive Council running for elective offices to submit their letters of resignation on or before Monday, the 16th of May, 2022. The Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, disclosed this on Wednesday after the Federal Executive Council meeting. Those affected are Ministers of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, Niger Delta, Godswill Akpabio, Labour and Employment, Chris Ngige, Science, Technology and Innovation, Ogbonnaya Onu, Minister of State for Education, Emeka Nwajuba, who have all joined the presidential race on the platform of the All Progressives Congress, APC. Others are the Minister of State, Mines and Steel, Uche Oga, who is running for the governorship position in Abia State, and the Minister of Women Affairs, Pauline Tullen, who declared her ambition to contest for the senatorial seat in Plateau State. Mohammed stressed that this mandate excludes the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, because he is an elected member of the cabinet. He affirmed that any amendment or additions to this directive will be disseminated accordingly. The minister added that if the need arises, the directive might involve political appointees. The Abuja Division of the Court of Appeal on Wednesday set aside the judgment of Justice Evelyn Ayadike of a Federal High Court in Umuahia, which voided the provision of Section 84, subsection 12 of the Electoral Act 2022. The appellate court, in a judgment by a three-member panel headed by Justice Hama Akawu Baruka, held that the Federal High Court Umuahia had no jurisdiction to have entertained the case because the plaintiff, Unduka Edede, lacked the local standing to have filed the suit in the first place. The appellate court added that Edede did not establish any cause of action to have warranted his approaching the court on the issue because he did not establish that he was directly affected by the provision. The Court of Appeal struck out the suit which Edede filed before the FHC in Umuahia. While determining the appeal on the merit, the appellate court, however, held that the provision was unconstitutional because it violated Section 42, subsection 1A of the Constitution and denied a class of Nigerian citizens their right to participate in election. Governor NASU El-Rufai of Kaduna State has called for sustained operations into terrorist enclaves to ensure the end of banditry and other security challenges in the state. El-Rufai made a call at the opening of the Nigerian Army 2022 Combat Arms Training Week at Jaji Military Cantonment in Kaduna. The combat arms are the infantry and armor corps of the Army who, especially and directly, are involved in battle. El-Rufai, represented by Samuel Aruwan, the Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs, said sustained operations into terrorist enclaves would maximally reduce the numerous security challenges which have impeded the pace of national development. He underscored the expediency and need for collaboration in fighting Nigeria's real and perceived adversaries to rest. While declaring the event open, the Chief of Army Staff stated that combat arms are key to the operational activities of the Army, adding that Nigerian Army operations revolve around the combat arms. He noted that a lot of operational successes are being achieved in the various theaters of operations, though there may be some isolated incidents. He charged all Nigerian Army personnel to remain apolitical as the electioneering season approaches. An explosion has rocked the headquarters of 6th Brigade Nigerian Army located in JALINGO, the TARABA state capital. The incident took place late Tuesday night in the backyard of the building, but no casualty was recorded. The Army has so far barricaded the roads leading to and through the axis of the 6th Brigade Nigeria Army headquarters to forestall further attempts on their lives. No statement has emanated from the brigade commander as to what transpired. Tuesday's explosion adds to the increasing cases of bombings in the northeastern state. Late last month, there were 2 bombing incidents in a space of 4 days in Taraba State. One of them, which the terrorist group ISWAP took responsibility for, killed at least 6 persons. Irked by the development, Governor Darius Ishaku ordered a stop and search operation across the state as part of efforts to firm up security. The Non-Academic Staff Union of Educational and Associated Institutions, NASU, and the senior staff of Nigerian University SANU have presented Adamu, Minister of Education, with a new payment platform through which they wish to receive their salaries. Adamu, on the other hand, has stated that the platform will be subjected to an integrity test by the National Information Technology Development Agency, NIGER, before any action is taken. The University Peculiar Payment System was presented to the minister during a meeting with officials from tertiary institution-based unions. Mohammed Ibrahim, the SANU president, also spoke, saying that the platform is designed to function for all stakeholders within the university system. Ibrahim further stated that U3Ps was formed because the unions were unable to use the federal government's IPPIS due to irregularities. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has declared 34,000 voters' registration as invalid in Niger State, while stating that nearly 40,000 permanent voters' cards, PVCs, were ready for collection in the state. INEC also said that it would commence the monitoring of the campaign expenses by political parties and their candidates after the party primary elections. Addressing a stakeholders meeting in Minna, the State Resident Electoral Commissioner, Professor Sam Egu, explained the 34,000 voters' registration were declared invalid because of double registration and the likelihood that community members were being cajoled to register regardless of whether they had registered before or not. He affirmed that the June 30 deadline for new registration would not be extended. Detained businessman Ukatu Afamefuna Malinson has filed a fundamental rights suit asking the Federal High Court sitting in Lagos to order the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency NDLEA to release him forthwith and unconditionally or upon such terms as the court may deem fit. Ukatu, who is the managing director of Marlinson and Partners Limited, is accused by the NDLEA to have allegedly imported 2 containers containing 1,284 cartons of tramadol worth 22 billion naira in 2019, and claimed to be behind a 3 billion naira shipment of tramadol linked to the disgraced police chief, Abba Kyari. Marlinson Ukatu, apart from claiming innocence of the allegations, also averred that the NDLEA not only failed to arraign him in court, despite there being a federal high court within a 40 kilometers radius of where he is being held, but had also failed to grant him administrative bail since his arrest on April 13, 2022. The applicant further prayed for an order directing the NDLEA to pay him 200 million naira as damages for unlawful arrest and unlawful detention. The court is yet to fix a date for hearing of the application. We'll take a commercial break now, and when we return, we'll bring you stories from Africa and the rest of the world. Stay with us.
The photography business is a very competitive industry. Every year, thousands of talented photo lovers consider turning their passion into a money-making business venture. Especially in a fiercely competitive marketplace like Nigeria, in which it is very easy for anyone to buy a digital camera and call themselves a professional photographer. According to some practitioners, a new photographer who wants a standard studio can start with a budget of 3.5 million naira. However, one can start with a lower budget of about 500,000 to 1 million naira depending on the tools and cost of rent. On the average, the cost of photography equipment is around 294,790 naira. However, the price ranges from around 41,000 naira to as high as 2.46 million naira. Nigeria has a population of over 200 million people with a vibrant movie industry that produces 50 movies per week, generating annual revenue of approximately $590 million from between 2016 and 2021, helping the photography industry as a whole, according to a recent research by the UN.
Are you a business owner looking for the right exposure to attract massive clients to your brand? The long search is definitely over. SME Hub allows you to showcase your products and services to a wide range of viewers and buyers nationwide. For further inquiries, please call Alero on 081-323-43262, or you can send an email to alero.obudere@ibrandtv.com. Grow your brand and boost your business on SME Hub, live on IBrandTV, where business comes first.
Glad to know you're still with us from the African scene. The Year We Ask and We coalition of opposition leader Ousmane Sonko and the Walu Senegal coalition of former President Abdoulaye Wade decided to unite in order to win the next parliamentary elections. In 2017, the coalition backed by President Macky Sall won 125 seats out of the 165. After rounds of negotiations and discussions, the main Senegalese opposition group sealed an unprecedented deal earlier this week. The Year We Ask and We coalition of opposition leader Ousmane Sonko and Walu Senegal coalition of former President Wade decided to join forces ahead of the July legislative elections. The objective is clear. The two largest opposition coalitions want to avoid competing lists, and mostly they want to increase chances of winning seats over a candidate from the ruling party. At least 5 members of the Egyptian security forces were killed in a militant attack on Wednesday morning in the north of the Sinai Peninsula, 2 security sources said. 4 others were injured when armed men opened fire at a security post in the coastal area of northeastern Sinai, which borders the Gaza Strip, the sources said. There was no immediate comment from Egyptian authorities. And from the foreign scene, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson on Wednesday said he had agreed new deals with Sweden and Finland to bolster European security, pledging to support both countries' armed forces should they come under attack. Johnson is due to sign the new declarations described by Britain as a step change in defense and security cooperation during visits to Sweden and Finland on Wednesday. Russia's invasion of Ukraine has forced a rethink of how Sweden and neighbor Finland safeguard national security. Both are expected to join NATO, but both are worried they would be vulnerable while their applications are processed, which could take up to a year. Ukrainian forces reported battlefield gains on Wednesday in a counterattack that could signal a shift in the momentum of the war, while Kyiv shut gas flows on a route through Russian-held territory, raising the specter of an energy crisis in Europe. Following days of advances, Ukrainian forces were within several kilometers of the Russian border in the Kharkiv region on Wednesday morning. President Volodymyr Zelensky's office said Russian forces were gradually being pushed out of Kharkiv, though Kyiv has so far confirmed few details of the advance through the region, preferring to remain cautious. It's a wrap on this segment, and coming after now is sports. I am Perpetua Fasomipita.
Argentine football great Lionel Messi has been officially unveiled as a brand ambassador for the Saudi Tourism Authority. The news was confirmed after pictures emerged of the Paris Saint-Germain star arriving in Saudi Arabia for Jeddah Season, an art and culture festival that comprises of 2,800 separate events. Messi later uploaded a sponsored Instagram post from a yacht in the Red Sea alongside the hashtag Visit Saudi. When reports first surfaced of Messi potentially partnering with Saudi Arabia, human rights organization Grant Liberty called for Messi not to get involved. It is the latest partnership for the 34-year-old who recently signed a reported $20 million endorsement deal with fan token platform Socios. And still talking sports business at this time, private equity firm Actor Sports Partners is investing 34 million euros for a minority stake in Italian football club Atalanta. Steve Pagliuca, managing owner of NBA's Boston Celtics, helped make the connection with the Dallas-based Actors to buy into the Serie A outfit. Pagliuca, who failed in a bid to buy English football giant Chelsea, and leads private equity firm Bain Capital, headed up a group of US-based investors that acquired Atalanta in February from the Pacassi family. It has not been reported whose Atalanta equity Actors bought. Actors has more than $5 billion in total assets, having closed on $1.1 billion for a new fund last week. The Atalanta purchase is through the Actors First Fund, which itself has $3.9 billion in capital. And finally, on sports business at this time in the world of esports and gaming, Electronic Arts announced on Tuesday its relationship with FIFA has officially ended after nearly 30 years, hours before the company failed to meet expectations with its latest earnings report. FIFA decided not to renew its deal with the Madden and FIFA publisher, which generated $1.75 billion in revenue in fiscal fourth quarter, up from $1.5 billion for the same period last year, but missed analysts' estimates of $1.78 billion. The video game publisher has an even longer road ahead as it ended its partnership with FIFA this year. FIFA, which is EA Sports' largest commercial partner, failed to secure a new licensing deal with the company. FIFA and EA first struck a deal in 1993 that will expire in 2022. The franchise has generated more than $20 billion in sales over the past 20 years, even as FIFA is looking to widen its gaming portfolio and increase its asking price, with EA paying FIFA $150 million annually for rights to gamify the world's most popular sport. And that's it on Sports Business. I'm Samson Olede.
And it's a wrap on Business Now from IBrandTV Lagos. Thanks very much for watching. I am Michael Nath.
Are you a business owner looking for the right exposure to attract massive clients to your brand? The long search is definitely over. SME Hub allows you to showcase your products and services to a wide range of viewers and buyers nationwide. For further inquiries, please call Alero on 081-323-43262, or you can send an email to alero.obidere@ibrandtv.com. Grow your brand and boost your business on SME Hub, live on iBrand TV, where business comes first.